It's working.
The red light, oh, okay, the red light's on now. Okay, good, we're good. Thank you, son.
You're welcome.
Want to show off your purple hair?
Oh, sure.
Because it's beautiful. Yeah. Purple hair. Just don't care. It's a beautiful thing.
I know.
Yeah. Thank you, Zach. I don't know. One of these days, maybe that stuff will work for me all the time. I don't know. Little bit of technical malfunction or user malfunction. I don't know. I'm not too proud to say that it could be user malfunction. But, you know, hey, what do I know? All right, so going to start the night off with some really fabulous news. Let's get the birthday dogs up. And look who got adopted. Down on the bottom, in the corner, Pia from the town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, the 4th longest resident at the shelter. I've aired her a number of times. I've shared her. This poor girl just never got any meet and greets. Seems like she was never ever going to have her moment in the sun, so to speak. She was at the shelter for 2 years and 7 months. You know, those aren't the anniversaries that you want to celebrate. And it was just amazing news to see this yesterday. Now, that leaves one more TOHAS dog and 3 others, one a former TOHAS dog, on my birthday list who still need homes. And, you know, even though it's, you know, my birthday is in July and we're so far past it now, this is kind of like the gift that keeps giving. And I will take it all day long. You know, dogs that deserve homes, that, you know, just need a chance. Some dogs don't show well in a kennel. You know, there are any number of reasons why they could be, you know, kind of hyper or, you know, extra barky or just, you know, don't show well. And, you know, it's not their true personality. So somebody in New Hampshire, and this is where I say, folks, you know, don't let zip code dictate love. Somebody in New Hampshire drove all the way out to Long Island to bring Pia home. And, you know, the update today was that she was doing amazing and that she was learning, you know, her boundaries and, you know, not a whole lot of outside time because it was raining, but I'd be willing to bet that doesn't matter to her at all because, you know, she's out of the kennel, she's in a home, you know, she's hopefully going to have smooth sailing from here on. And really, that's what this is all about. I am so happy for adoptions. And I'm not going to lie, you know, I get all misty-eyed. It's just the way I roll. But I'll take the camera back. And there was another piece of good news from the town of Hempstead Animal Shelter today. And I didn't put a picture up because I was already, you know, done with doing my thing. If you remember Sandy, who wasn't a birthday dog, but I'd showed her a number of times too. She's the lab that I told you I saw when I went to the shelter last year, and she just broke my heart because she was walking around her kennel with her blankie, and, you know, she stole my heart. She was pulled by a rescue and today went to a foster home. So that's more amazing news. And, you know, every one of the volunteers deserves a pat on the back because the town of Hempstead Animal Shelter has an amazing volunteer program where, you know, these dogs get out, they get walked, you know, they're a team, they're dedicated, they're there rain, shine, holidays, weekends, weeknights, whatever time they can spend with these dogs just to keep them going, you know, and to have a dog actually, you know, move on and leave the shelter it's bittersweet because obviously, you know, you miss that dog that you spent so much time with, but, you know, nothing you want more for these dogs that you become so attached to than to go on and have the best life that they can have. So, you know, hats off to all of the supporters for both Pia and Sandy who didn't give up. Sandy wasn't there as long. I think she was there a year this summer. But one of these weekends, I'm going to get into the long timers list at TOHAS. There's like the top 10. And now, of course, everybody shifted one with Pia gone. So we'll have to see where that falls. But, you know, these dogs, these poor dogs that spend so much time in the shelter and don't get their chance, and the dogs who are killed before they ever get a chance. You know, thank God TOHAS doesn't play that game. And doesn't mean that there are so many others that don't. So adoption is really critical, and, you know, I push it at every chance I can. That's pretty much one of the reasons why I'm here. So we are going to talk about some adoptable dogs now, and we're going to start with Raven. Raven is a beautiful girl. She's about 3 years old, and she would love to have a home for the holidays. Her perfect situation would be a home with Doberman experience and where she can be the only pet. Raven is very active and will need plenty of exercise. Because she is strong and large, older kids, if any, would be best. Raven will need structure and patience while she acclimates to being a valued family member. Raven will return the kindness with lots of love and cuddles. If you are interested in finding out more, you can email info@meridenhumanesocietyrescue.com. That's info@MERIDEN humanesocietyrescue.com, or you can call 203-238-3650. Next up is Sweet Harper. I love her face. She just looks so soft and so sweet. And by soft, I just mean her personality, you know, her demeanor. She raised her babies, and she's ready to move on to her forever home where she can live the rest of her life loved and pampered. Harper is about 2 years old. She's roughly 55 pounds and great with people and other dogs. This dog is a gem. She's a total sweetheart and a real catch. If you're interested, visit woofgangrescue.org. That's woof, as in WOOF, gangrescue.org. Now, up next is a real heartbreaker, Lexi Mama. She's a dog who just cannot catch a break. She is 7 years old. She's lived 3 years at the shelter. She was adopted last year for about 10 months and then returned. And it's really sad to think that she spent most of her life in the shelter. You know, the situation, it was not her fault. The situation in the home changed. Basically, you know, if you need to have the nitty gritty, her adopter found himself a girlfriend, and, you know, the dog got booted. And, you know, I'll be damned, I'm gonna get rid of anything for anyone. And I even hate the term get rid of, because that's just so, it makes an animal sound like an inanimate object, and it's certainly not. Anyway, so Lexi has some special requirements, and she needs a quiet home where there won't be a lot of people coming in and out, as she needs time to accept strangers. Once she knows you, however, she'll be your friend forever. But it's a process, and even anyone interested in adopting her will need to make a few trips to the shelter and spend a little time with her to win her over. And, you know, there are some dogs that just are freaked out because of maybe whatever happened to them in the past. Who knows? So, you know, she's gonna be a work in process. She needs a home where, you know, there's not a lot of people, you know, not a lot of foot traffic, you know, maybe a few regular people who might come visit, or, you know, someone like me, if I could, a hermit who, you know, pretty much never has anybody over, doesn't, you know, have that kind of life. But anyway, Lexi is dog selective, so a home as an only would be ideal, just so as not to set her up to fail, because, you know, what's going to happen? She goes to live with another dog, something happens. Who's going to suffer? Lexi, when she gets bounced back to the shelter. So nobody wants to see that. She's also not a fan of cats, so she really needs to truly be an only pet. And, you know, it can happen. Poor Lexi mama is so patiently waiting for the right home where someone will make the commitment to her forever. You know, forever seems to be something that people just can't do. She's such a good girl, and she was doing really well in the home she had. It's heartbreaking to think of how she must have felt having to go back. And, you know, of course, now I did read something today that she is stressing out. Of course she is. Shelter life is really hard, and when you've had a taste of, you know, being in a home, and now you're sitting back in that shelter and you don't know why, it wears on dogs. It really does. So if you can't do anything else, please share her. You can check her out on Facebook. Lexi Mama Wants Her Forever Home. Or if you are interested, you can call the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter in Wantagh, New York, which is on Long Island, 516-785-5220. Once again, that's 516-785-5220. Next up, we have Pizza. I know, Zach's saying adorable. She looks like a bigger Max. Pizza is about 36 pounds. She's a terrier mix, and she's around 3 years old. She was hanging out for weeks by a local pizza place, hence her name. It took a bit of doing to finally catch this girl, who is quite skittish. New things are scary for her, and she is nervous around new men, but she does warm up to them with time. Pizza would do best in a home without kids due to her nervous nature, and a quiet environment would suit her the best. Because she was so difficult to catch, she really needs a fenced-in yard. You know, if she ever got out by mistake, no matter what the circumstances, she would be very difficult to recapture. I mean, they did it once, and you know, it was a thing. Pizza will need lots of patience and confidence building to help her be the best dog she can be. She seems okay with other dogs, but hasn't met large, playful dogs. If you can give Pizza a home with all the nurturing she deserves, call the New London Animal Control people at 860-447-5231. Once again, that's New London, Connecticut Animal Control, 860-447-5231. Next up is Lego. I love him. What are you saying, Zach? Oh, he said the names are getting him. Lego has been waiting for 3 months to find a home. He's about 2 to 3 years old and has lots of energy. Lego likes other dogs, but would be best in a home with a dog that would match his size and his energy level. He may be a bit much for smaller and or less active dogs. Lego will need lots of exercise and would love a fenced-in yard to run in or to go for long walks regularly. He does need some work on leash walking and basic manners, and that investment will pay off with having an awesome dog. Lego is also at the New London, Connecticut Animal Control Facility, and you can reach out to them at 860-447-5231. Once again, that's 860-447-5231. Next up is Skyler. Skyler is beautiful. She was surrendered to the shelter last Christmas Eve. Way to go, people. Way to go. Her family gave her up because she has some food guarding issues, so she will need a home that can help her with that. Nothing like washing your hands of a pet, before the company arrives, right? So you won't have to deal with it. I can't stand people. Skyler is athletic and enjoys being outside, playing and taking walks. She loves people and other dogs and is a star in the shelter's playgroups. Skyler loves the water and knows many commands and will also do tricks. If you'd like to brighten Christmas for Skyler this year and give her a forever home, contact the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter at 516-785-5220. Once again, that's 516-785-5220. You can check her out on Facebook. Skyler Longs for a Home, and that's Skylar. Now, something most people don't see every day is when a bird is looking for a home. This poor bird is special needs all the way and will require a little extra TLC. Now, that is for the duration of its life, by the way. They're calling him or her, because they're not sure, Quasimodo. Quasimodo was brought into Kensington Bird and Animal Hospital after being found outside. The poor thing was pretty beat up, cannot fly, has no toes, and because of that, has to be kept in a tank because he can't perch or climb. He needs to be on a pellet diet with no seeds. If you can provide Quasimodo with the care he or she needs, head over to the animal hospital and fill out an application, or if you've got questions, call 860-828-7736. That's 860-828-7736. And the Kensington Bird and Animal Hospital is in Berlin, Connecticut. Next up is Jasper. His sweet face. I love these brindles, and I don't understand why people don't. This dog's face reminds me of Max. You all remember Max. Brindles and black dogs, and more so seems to be brown dogs too. Just sit and languish, and it's just heartbreaking. Jasper has been waiting for more than 2 years for a home, which is half, if not more than half, of his life. Jasper has lots of energy to burn, but once he's in a home with a regular routine, he'll settle in nicely and benefit from living an active life with yard play or walks. They all have this pent-up energy that is not who they are when they get home. Like I was saying, they have nothing. They have a kennel, they have intermittent attention. Get them in a home, get everything regular, get them exercise, put them on a routine. You'll see how fast they settle down. Anyway, Jasper loves toys and he can happily entertain himself. He is dog selective, but seems to like the ladies. He is with the Yonkers Animal Shelter in Yonkers, New York, and the number to call if you're interested is 201-981-3215. Once again, that's 201-981-3215. And of course, last but not least, is Juniper. Pretty Juniper. She's a little bit black, she's a little bit brindle. She's another dog that's just so overlooked. It's painful how overlooked she is. She's made such great strides with the loving care of her buddies at the shelter. She's gained a lot of confidence, she's learned to trust people, and she is acing the training that she's getting, because on every walk, the dogs get, a little bit of mental stimulation, a little bit of training, a little bit of something to help them going forward when they get into a home. And she needs a home where she can continue to grow and learn and soak up love and kindness. Juniper could do well with a canine sibling who can also contribute to Juniper's personal growth by showing her patience and even how to be a dog. You know, sometimes a dog just never had the exposure to know how to act with their own kind, not socialized. So they're awkward, and that's kind of the case with Juniper. You know, she's a great dog. She's just unsure of so many things in life because I don't think she had anything before she was turned loose and found as a stray. You know, some dogs really don't do well in a shelter, and other dogs, whether they're doing well or not, it's the best environment they've ever had, because if they're lucky, they have people who care, and that's exactly what Juniper has, and it's a beautiful thing. And again, hats off to her buddies at TOHAS. So if you're interested in finding out more, Juniper has her own Facebook page, Juniper Needs a Forever Home, or you can call the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter at 516-785-5220. Once again, 516-785-5220. So I'll take the camera back. And, you know, people hear me all the time ranting and raving about how you really shouldn't let your animals go unspayed and unneutered. Nobody needs any more puppies. I rail against puppy mills. Have no use for backyard breeders because, you know, they have pretty much no interest in the dogs. They're just all about the money and, you know, how much they can make off of puppies, and it's just ridiculous. And, you know, a lot of times they don't understand how much work is involved, not just in one puppy, but an entire litter and the care of the mom. You know, a mama dog needs to go to the vet a few times during her pregnancy to make sure she's okay and that the babies are okay. Once they're born, it's pretty messy. There's a lot to clean up. You know, the more puppies, the more mess, because wherever they're being kept has to be kept clean. And, you know, they themselves are not, they don't know not to roll and step and play in, you know, their excrement. So it's pretty messy on that front. And, you know, it's a lot going on in the nesting box, you know. And so people, I think, who are only in it for what they can gain aren't interested in taking the mama dog to the vet. They're not interested in taking the puppies as they should for, you know, wellness checks. They're definitely not going to do any type of vetting before they sell them off. And a lot of times they'll sell them off well before they should be away from their mom. And, you know, there's a situation from a couple of weeks ago that, you know, this person sold a 5-week-old puppy to a teenager who had no idea what they were getting into, and very quickly sold the puppy again to another teenager who had no idea what they were getting into. And so at 5 weeks old, the only place a puppy belongs is with its mom, learning lessons, life lessons from mom, learning how to get along with its siblings, learning life lessons from them, still having the benefit of being able to nurse on healthy food. You know, that's the other thing, because, you know, now once you get puppies at a certain stage, they're eating real food, so they're not just little parasites off the mom anymore. And, you know, sure, let's just sell them because now they're little moving around creatures and, you know, we can make our money. No. It's a vicious cycle. It puts the dogs at risk. It puts the mom at risk because, you know, now she's just going to be a breeding machine. These are the things that make me nuts, and these are the types of people who make my head hurt. Fortunately, this puppy got a huge break because someone intervened and was able to talk some sense to the teenager, and she tearfully relinquished the puppy. And the puppy now has a most amazing home and has been to the vet and thankfully checked out well. Who knows what the future will bring, but it's not all about the almighty dollar. These little living, breathing creatures are going to have some sort of effect from being separated from their mom, from being just sold off to the highest bidder. I mean, do you really think that everybody in the world is qualified to take care of a puppy that young? They are not. But these people don't care. You know, it's not okay to let your pets have, you know, just one litter. It's not okay. There are 10,000 pets a day in this country put down because there aren't homes. And for every puppy you have born, because, you know, you think it's cute, or, you know, you want your dog to have puppies, or whatever your dumb reasons are, you know, especially the ones that line your pockets, one more dog, one more cat is put down. So, you know, really think about what you're doing. Selling a puppy that young is not only wrong, but I believe there are legal ramifications, and I only wish I knew who this person was selling puppies to teenagers. I mean, 5 weeks old, seriously. And I've heard of puppies being sold even younger. So, you know, if you're not going to do the thorough job, don't do it. Peace, love, and dogs. Until next week, thank you for watching.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been